Hey guys, and welcome back to Art a la Carte. And in this episode, I'm going to be showing you a couple different drawings that I have done in my sketchbook and talk a little bit about how you can begin to draw a character, not just in the same position looking the exact same way, but how you can design your character and be able to draw them in different positions. So what I would suggest first is just get used to drawing characters. Draw. Don't worry if they look the same or not. Just draw as many kinds of people or characters similar to what you're kind of trying to design as much as possible. Get familiar with drawing just characters without the stress of trying to make them look the same. Once you get confident where you can draw characters in all different, positions, but they don't necessarily look the same, then you're going to want to design a practice character. This is a character I would suggest that doesn't have a ton of detail. So here I have just a basic sketch of a girl character, not a lot of detail in her costume, but has some distinguishing features that are easy to translate over into other drawings. I'm going to draw her in a very simplistic pose. Sometimes we want to just jump right into these action shots, and this isn't about trying to master, positioning as far as foreshortening and all that, and getting, that motion in there. Start simple. I have her in just a very basic standing position. I'm going to go ahead and ink her in so that I can really see the line and how the costume works, how her hair is, everything like that. And then I'm going to move on to part 2 of this. After we have our set character design in one position, I'm going to try to begin to draw her again. I'm going to start just with the basic frame, not with any detail, but just the position of a person roughly the same size, the same kind of build, but now I'm going to put her in a slightly different angle. I'm going to turn her slightly to one side, put her in a different position, and then I'm going to begin building on the details. So I'm going to begin putting the same kind of costume on the second character, which in turn is going to turn the second character into the first character, but in a different position. In the first picture, she's standing at a 3/4 angle with her arms down. So in the second picture, I'm going to put her a little bit more turned. Her feet are going to be together. I'm going to have her arms crossed. And then all I have to focus on is just, okay, how did I draw the hair on the first girl? I'm going to try to duplicate that, but it's different. So, how would the hair look if it wasn't over the shoulder, if it's hanging back? You can see more of the hair in the back, so you can see really how long is it. Same kind of shirt, same kind of shoes, same kind of pants. She's got this cool little beanie, same kind of glasses. And you're going to keep on doing this. I ended up drawing this character 3 different times, so this one I turned her even more, so you're getting more of a backside view of her. Still at a 3/4, but I'm not pushing myself. I'm not doing like a running, jumping, sitting, laying position. Just practicing, keeping it simple. But same things apply. I'm just looking for the few details that I put into this character that distinguishes her from any other character I could design. Once you have this kind of step with the simple character figured out, then go ahead and move on to a more complicated character. For this second practice that I did, I chose a character that still is in a very simplistic pose. I'm not worried about angles and all that fun stuff, but I put a lot more detail into her costume. So very similar positioning for this beginning 3/4. Put a little bit more of a dramatic pose to her hands. She's got a lot more features like in her skirt and her blouse, and her hair is a lot more intricate. But again, just a slight step up from that. And then I'm going to begin following the same exact steps. Once I finish inking her in and have her set character design, then I'm going to go ahead and draw her out. But I wanted to make this even a little bit more challenging, so I decided I would add color to this one so that I would have to match my colors up to the next character. So after I finished sketching this first drawing in, I inked her in and then went ahead and added color. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the color that I use because I know I get a lot of comments when I start using my markers. People asking me, what kind they are and can I do a tutorial on them. I haven't actually used markers very much. It's actually just within the last maybe month and a half that I actually went out and bought my first set of markers, which the brand that I have right now is the Spectrum Noir. And I do not know how they compare to Copic markers. I've never even played with a Copic marker before. I just had a lot of people saying that these were comparable to Copic, but more affordable. So I had a 50% off coupon and I bought just a gray set. at my local Joann Fabrics and just played around with them and like that, and then slowly have been building my set. Every time I get a 50% off coupon or find a good sale online, I'll buy a new set. If you want a video that compares these markers to Copics, my friend Bailey J, who is also a YouTuber, is going to, at some point, going to be making a marker comparison video of a whole bunch of different markers to Copics. If you haven't seen Bailey J's videos, we just did a collaboration video. I'll put a link to that video in the description box below so you can head on over to see her video, and then make sure to subscribe to her so that you won't miss out on that Copic comparison marker video, which I'm really, myself, am excited. I wish she would put it up before I bought Spectrum. I'm hoping she gives Spectrum Noir a good review as far as markers, because I almost have the whole set now. Alright, so I've gone ahead and added all the color that I needed into this character, and so I'm going to begin building the second and third character up just the same way I did in the first set of drawings. I'm going to draw them out, and again I'm pushing myself to make it a little bit more challenging in the position. So here I have this character at a profile position, and I have her kind of lifting up her skirt as she's walking, so I'm having some motion and movement to her a little bit, but again, not going wild and crazy, just keeping it simple. You're going to find it's challenging enough, even with just a few things that you've added with the costuming, to get those in there exactly the same. Especially if you're like me, you like to design new things, and you might think, oh well, maybe I want to change the blouse a little bit. And if you're actually designing a character for a story, this is the time that you want to do that, is this practice time. This is where you begin to work out your costume design and go, oh, this works, or yeah, this isn't so much fun to draw all the time. Let's figure out a new design with this. But it's just going to take lots and lots of drawings, just practicing this out. But I find this method works really, really well. Just not worried about getting a lot of action shots in there or completing the picture, like doing backgrounds and things like that. Just putting a line up of the character, slightly different positions. Well, hopefully you found this tutorial helpful, and it helps you as you begin to create your own character designs. I'm planning on doing a whole series on character designs at some point in the future. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye!